Brazilian superstar DJ Alok knows music has the power to heal. He has an impressive reach with more than 28 million followers on Instagram and a staggering 5 billion streams on Spotify. This minister of music says one chance meeting changed his life.
I went to a trip to Africa, and then I met a woman, like an old lady. She was blind of two eyes. She was tightening her stomach to feel less hungry. And then she told me that she was praying to God, someone to go there and help her. And I said, like, listen, God doesn't exist. And if he exists, he abandoned you. And her answer changed my life forever, because she said, no, I know him, and he's giving me the strength.
You ended up answering that prayer.
I didn't even believe in God back in days. And I realized that moment that who abandoned her was us. I realized that I couldn't abandon anymore. We did a surgery in her eyes, and she could see again. She changed my life way more than I changed her. It only makes sense to make all the success if I can somehow use this to transform this world at a better place.
The 32-year-old is now on a mission to heal the world, starting in his own huge backyard, using his platform to help protect the Amazon rainforest and its indigenous people. Tell us about your mission.
The indigenous, they never had the opportunity to tell their own story. I'm just being this platform for them.
Born Alok Pérez Patrio, the Brazilian DJ made his professional debut at 19. By the age of 24, he was a national sensation. His early success didn't shield him from suffering through a dark period of the soul. You talked about being depressed and that you were looking for inspiration, and then that's how you met the group of indigenous people. Tell me about that moment.
But I felt a huge emptiness. And I went to this very isolated tribe in Brazil. I spent 10 days with them. And while I was doing music to work on, they were doing music for healing. But I was very disconnected with the nature and stuff, so I just started to change like how I can make this world a little bit better, you know?
Alok's latest project, The Future is Ancestral, empowers indigenous communities to preserve their cultural heritage and protect the rainforests.
The indigenous, they are the real guardians of it, because they take care of more than 80% of the ecosystem of the forest.
Our traditional knowledge, thanks to that, we are preserving our forests, we are preserving the biodiversity.
The Amazon is the world's largest rainforest. It covers about 40% of South America and plays a vital role in regulating our climate. Yet in the last decades, the rainforest has lost an area roughly the size of California due to unlawful logging and deliberate fires set to clear land for agriculture and cattle ranching, displacing many of the hundreds of indigenous tribes, causing the loss of their culture and language.
O Brasil são mais de 305 povos, são mais de 274 línguas indígenas e fomos reduzidos a nem 1% da população.
Once I connected with the indigenous, and I realized once you don't have consciousness about something, it's very normal that you do mistakes. But once you have consciousness, it's not a mistake anymore, it's a choice. And I had to do my choice. And the choice was just so obvious to me. And I hope it is obvious for others.
In 2020, the Alok Institute was created with the proceeds from a popular mobile game.
I was invited to become a character on a most downloaded Battle Royale game. And when they asked me which superpower I wanted to have, what I learned with the indigenous, I said, is it possible to heal people? The superpower brought a different dynamic to the game, and Alok became the best seller. So I donated 100% of my royalties, and I found my institute.
The Alok Institute has been getting global attention.
Brazil alone counts more than 200 indigenous languages. Preserving these languages all around the world is about protecting our common cultural heritage. I would also like to thank you, Alok, and the Alok Institute for bringing us together.
The Yawanawa people recently joined Alok on a panel at the United Nations and gave a one-of-a-kind performance on the rooftop of its famous headquarters in New York City.
Indigenous music played today with the same power that 1,000 years ago our ancestors did. And 1,000 years in the future, we sing with the same power.
What was your message for the United Nations?
I think the most important is like to listen what the indigenous has to say.
It is important, that humanity comes together now as a human family.
We are not in the history in the past, we are in the present, we are in the future.
Alok hopes to introduce indigenous music to the world before it's lost forever. He's producing 6 albums of traditional and contemporary songs, and the indigenous performers will reap all the profits.
I realized that I wanted to do an album inspired by indigenous roots. It's a very good way to translate what the forest has to say.
I think people, when they listen to indigenous music, they feel touched by the heart.
There were a lot of people working hard so that this world could be a better place and we can have more dignity.
One tune at a time, Alok is taking his ministry of music, trying to heal the wounds of our world.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.